Good afternoon. My name is Donna Fizel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance Television found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Don't forget the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. Always glad to be with you any way we can find possible. Again, thank you so much for watching. Let's talk just for a few minutes about color therapy. Can color change your mood? I tend to think it probably can. I think color can kind of take you back in time. It can remind you of maybe some memories that you really loved, maybe some memories you didn't love so much, and that's why I think it can really change your mood. So I found this really good article right here. It's arttherapyblog.com, and they're talking about color psychology, the emotional effects of color. I really do believe this. So let's talk about what color psychology is. It's the psychology of color. It's based on the mental and emotional effects color have on sighted people from all areas of life. There are some subjective pieces to color psychology, as well as more accepted and proven elements. Keep in mind there will also be variations in interpretation, meaning, and perception between different colors. So let's talk about that for a few minutes. Okay, so let's talk about this, okay, for a business. A business, when they are coming up with a logo, for a business logo, in the initial stage, they're looking for color. And so some of the most accommodating colors for a business, if you're in retail and you're really trying to get somebody's attention, would be yellow, say yellow background, bright yellow, by the way, not the pale stuff, but bright yellow with black lettering. And the more simple, the better. It really attracts the eye. Bobby Ledbetter, we'll use him for instance, and he's an automobile salesman. He's been in business for a really long time. So the logo he chose, which I thought was appealing, was bright yellow with black. It's just uplifting. It gets your attention. You know, it's right on the spot. That's what you need. Now, it depends on what the business is. If you are maybe a doctor's office, or maybe somebody a little bit more lower key than a doctor's office, you'll probably want to get subtle. Maybe you are a therapist and you give massages and things like that. You want to go with some of the more neutral, subtle colors. And we're going to talk about warm and cool colors in just a few minutes. But let's talk about how color can actually calm you down if you're kind of had a bad day at work, or maybe how it can actually lift your spirits. You're about to go on that sales call, you want to make sure you put that best foot forward, because we all go through different cycles of life, right? So let's talk about that. So psychological effects on cool colors. So if you need to be creative, if you want help getting the brain actually up there and firing, try utilizing the color purple. So let's talk about that. Purple utilizes both the red and the blue to provide a nice balance between stimulation and serenity that's supposed to encourage creativity. Light purple is said to result in peaceful surroundings, thus relieving tension. These could be great colors for home or business office. Yeah, if you want something just a little more subtle, maybe it's a doctor's office and you want to make sure kids are calmed down. You know, who doesn't dread going to the doctor's office when you're a kid or an adult? But anyway, it's a calming thing. Think about lavender. Lavender is the color purple, and not only is the color purple, but it also has the scent to calm you down as well. So if you're looking for a peaceful and calming environment, you can also consider using green or blue. I like blue. Blue calms me down because I think of the ocean. So these cool colors are typically considered restful. They are actually a bit of a scientific logic applied to this because the eye focuses on the color green directly on the retina, and it's said to be less strainful on your eye muscles. Yeah, think about that. Now, the color blue is suggested for high traffic rooms, or rooms that you and other people will spend significant amounts of time. Another cool color, blue, is typically a calming and it's really a serene color. It's also said to decrease respiration and lower blood pressure. The bedroom is a great place to use these colors, as they also help you to relax. My favorite color, absolute favorite, is blue. It's kind of a mix between blue and gray. It's just subtle, but a little bit more blue than gray. Now, in the den, we decided to go with the blue because it made me think of the beach, and it's a calming place to be after a long day of work. And then we chose more of a grayish blue in the bedroom, and that just seems to really work. Calm me down after a hard day. Okay, now let's talk for a few minutes about the psychological effects of warm colors. So you want to create an environment of stimulation or maybe whet someone's appetite. You might consider utilizing the colors yellow or orange. I love orange. As a matter of fact, when I was a kid growing up, this is back in the 1960s, 1970s, Mother chose the color orange for the kitchen when both my grandmothers were like, "What? You're using orange?" I loved orange. It's kind of Brady Bunchish like, but anyway, it was a really good kitchen color, I thought. And then burnt orange came into style. Everybody liked burnt orange, and that was a good color too. But these colors are often associated with food, and they can cause your tummy to growl just a little bit. So have you ever wondered why so many restaurants use these colors? Now you know why after people watched the movie Super Size Me, they said they were hungry. Maybe I need to stay away from orange. You do want to be careful about using bright colors like orange, and especially yellow. They reflect more light and excessively stimulate a person's eyes, which can lead to irritation. You also probably don't want to paint your dining room or kitchen these colors if you're a calorie counter. Good idea. Okay, so let's talk about the psychology of color for marketing and advertising. Help me to keep up with what time it is. You know how it is. I love being around you so much, I just lose time. Marketing and advertising are well known for utilizing color psychology. Now, the fact that some companies have heavily invested in this type of research and many others have followed through to use shows they have enough belief in the concept of color psychology to implement them in their advertising. We're going to talk about that. Color is consistently used in an attempt to make people hungry, associate a positive or a negative tone, encourage trust, feelings of calmness or energy, and countless other ways. Now, most marketing and advertising executives will likely agree that these are the benefits to understanding and utilizing the psychological effects of color. Now, let's take a look at some of the more common traits of color psychology by some common colors. Now, common psychological effects on colors. Following are some common psychological effects of colors in the Western Hemisphere. Now, remember, whatever part of the world you're in, it could be different. You can also review the more meaningful colors and symbolisms, including some charts that you can actually find these online. Just type in, go to Google, whatever your search is, and just type in comprehensive list of color meanings and symbolisms. Okay, and you'll be able to pull up charts. Now keep in mind that certain colors or tones may result in very different meanings. Also, the complex around the color and even surrounding colors can have effect. Think of this as more of a beginning guide to color psychology. Now, color psychology, the color white, what does that mean? The color white means purity. That's what the white wedding dress. Innocence, cleanliness, sense of space, neutral. Can also mean mourning in some cultures or in some societies. Now, the color psychology of the color black. It can mean authority. It can mean power. It can also mean strength. Could mean evil. It could mean intelligence. Thinning and slimming is why you see most people in television, including me, with the color black a lot. It can also mean death or mourning. Now, color psychology, the color gray. And I mentioned this color is in our bedroom. So it's kind of a grayish blue. I kind of chose my own little color. It's not really slate, it's grayish blue. Neutral, timeless, and practical. Okay, color psychology, the color red. Okay, that can mean love, romance, gentle, warmth, comfort, energy, excitement, intensity, life, and blood. I know when we were in training, I was working for a corporate company, and they suggested the different colors to wear when you're talking with folks about doing business with you. And the color red, they said, it's really good not to wear red if you know you're going to be interviewing with a woman. A woman may take that as a clash. Then they also said, if you're wearing it around a man, depending on what you're trying to get done there, most men love the color red. Okay, now let's talk about the color psychology. The color orange. I really kind of navigate to orange and yellows. But this means happy, energetic, excitement, can mean enthusiasm, warmth, wealth, prosperity. Sophistication can mean change and also mean stimulation. Now, before we go into a commercial break, let's talk about the color yellow. And I really like the color yellow. I guess that's why I like sunflowers so much. But now you can get colors to go in your flower garden. If that's your little oasis, a little place you like to get away from it all, choose a sunflower with yellow and maybe red. The Russian sunflowers, those are really pretty. Okay, so we talk about the color yellow: happiness, laughter, cheery, warmth, optimism, hunger, be careful there, intensity, frustration, anger, attention getting. Okay, now the color psychology for the color green: natural, cool, growth, money, health, envy, tranquility, harmony, calmness, and fertility. Okay, we're going to have to go into a commercial break, and we shall return in just a few minutes. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere MyPillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have MyPillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing MyPillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to McCurdylawfirm@gmail.com.
No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio. We're talking about color intensity. How does it put you in a different mood? I'm into color. I want to tell you what. Now, you see a lot of the colors I was just telling you about, the blues and the yellows and the reds and the oranges. Can't they change your mood? Color therapy, and there goes some purple. Okay, so that's going to put me in maybe a calming mood right there. Ooh, I want to be excited. There goes the yellow. Now there's some blue coming in. See what I mean? Really change your mood and your perspective on life. Now let's talk a little bit about the color blue. Calmness, serenity, cold, uncaring, wisdom, loyalty, truth, focus, unappetizing. Okay, that's unappetizing. Maybe I need to use blue more often. Color psychology, the color purple. That stands for royalty, wealth, sophistication, wisdom, exotic, spiritual, prosperity, respect, and mystery. Now we're going to talk about the color brown. What does the color brown mean? Reliability. So maybe you're going into a business meeting and you know that a company had been dealing with someone who wasn't really up there. You know, they were not very reliable. Or maybe you're going on a job interview. And you know you're going on an interview, maybe the person who left the job was not reliable. You might want to think about wearing something with brown in it. Because reliability, stability, this is the color brown. Friendship, sadness, warmth, comfort, security, natural, organic. And it can mean mourning in some cultures. If you're traveling abroad, you're going into another country, you might want to find what colors mean what, because some countries it could land you in prison. Color psychology. Okay, so let's talk just for a few minutes about the color pink. The color pink can stand for romance, love, gentle, calming, can also stand for agitating. So you might want to think about that one again just for a minute. Let's talk for a few minutes again about color, meanings, and symbolism. Now this is this is another meaning of colors again. Okay, now the meaning of colors you choose. So Carl Jung is a renowned psychiatrist and proponent of art therapy, which was something we've been talking about. He encouraged his patients to use color because he felt it would help them express some of the deeper parts of what they think about and what they feel. It's believed that the color choices you make reflect a deeper meaning about your personality traits. For example, introverts and extroverts are likely to choose two different colors, blue and red, respectively. Now, the colors you choose might wear, the two colors you choose that you wear, might also say something about how you are feeling that day. Some days you may feel like wearing something lighter, something red, or something blue. These choices are often a reflection of how you are feeling at the moment. Additionally, wearing certain colors may also cause you to react differently to certain situations. Okay, now how do we see color? Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. There are two main sources of light that create the colors we see: the sunlight and light bulbs. Okay, as you know, the light from the sun allows us to see things during the day as well as during the night when the sun's light reflects off the moon. There's a visible spectrum of colors that we can see in addition to the combination of all colors, white, and the absence of color, black. Yeah, did you know white was a color? Yeah. So surfaces reflect and absorb light differently, which results in the colors we see through our eyes. For example, a tomato absorbs all light on the spectrum except the red rays of light. The red rays of light are reflected off the surface of the tomato, which then reach our eyes for processing. Everything's different than we thought, right? Okay, the colored light enters the eye through the pupil, through the lens, then reaches the back of the eye called the retina. Now on the retina, there are a bunch of light sensors called rods and cones. These rods and cones send a signal to the brain about what the eye is seeing. The cones are capable of seeing 3 colors, and that's red, green, and blue. Now these are known as the primary colors, right? And more about this in just a few minutes. Now the traditional color wheel, primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. Okay, now you can see basic colors on the color wheel. It's based on 3 different kinds of colors. Again, the primary, the secondary, and the tertiary. Now primary colors, and let's go ahead and talk about that. They consist of red, yellow, and blue. Now these 3 hues cannot be mixed or formed by any combination of other colors. Additionally, all the other colors are created by mixing these 3 colors. Like you mix blue and red and come up with purple. Okay, secondary colors. Secondary colors consist of green, orange, and purple or violet. Secondary colors are formed by mixing 2 primary colors. Okay, now tertiary colors consist of red, orange. This is combinations. Okay, so they consist of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and red, violet. Now these colors are formed by mixing primary and secondary colors, resulting in 2 word names. So let's talk about, okay, let's say I am making candles, and sometimes I do that for my customers. And so they may want a particular color of, maybe of brown. Do you know the 3 colors to make brown? Red, blue, and yellow. So those are the 3 colors. And then let's say she says, you know, Donna, I'd like to have a color with 3 different colors of brown. I'd like to have a tan color. I would like to have kind of a medium brown, and then I want a dark brown. I can do that. All I got to do is just do a little testing with the colors that I have. I use liquid colors, by the way. And so I'll just mix different I have a sheet that I use that's tried and proven method. But when someone comes up with a color I don't have, then I have to charge a little more because I have to go in and spend some time coming up with that particular color they're looking for. Like, let's say taupe. Taupe is it's in the brown family, but it's a total different color. So you kind of make it look black first, kind of a blackish brown, and then you use other color combinations, such as a little red to tone it down just a bit, and then a bit of yellow. And that's how you can turn that into a taupe color. So if you'd like to know more about those, there is a website, and you need to Google it though. So you're coming up, the code word is CMYK. Just go to google.com and type in CMYA. And they talk about the reflected and transmitted light there. And there's a lot of additional sources out there that cover more than in-depth color therapy. So these are just some basic concepts, okay? So now that we've covered the basics of traditional color therapy, let's review color symbolism. And that's what we're here for. Now, what is color symbolism? Color symbolism is the use of color as a representation of meaning of something that is usually specific to a particular culture or society. So context, culture, and time are certainly important factors to consider when you're thinking about color symbolism. So depending on the culture or society, colors may symbolize different things for different people. Consider the United States, for example. So what colors come to mind when you think of traffic lights and red lights? What about the flag? What about Christmas or Halloween? Red, white, and blue. You know, that's our flag color. When you think about traffic lights, there's stop there with the red, and then yellow is neutral. Slow her down just a little bit. And then green means go. Okay, so we think of fast as a go color right there, aren't we? Okay, now color meanings of primary and secondary colors. Now the following is a list of primary and secondary colors and possible meanings for different colors. Feel free to add your own and send comments to me, okay, about what your colors are. You can send an email to donna@donnasedge.com. donna@donnasedge.com. What's the meaning of red? The meaning of the color red. Cultural symbolism, now in China, in India means good luck. Used in dresses, chair, cup, lace, firecrackers, and in wedding, Russian and China revolution, communism can also mean red, okay? Now, in the Mayas south, England, buses, phone booths, Spain can mean bullfighting, flamingo dresses. Okay, typical meanings of the color red that can mean alertness, and we covered some of these meanings just a few minutes ago in the first part of the segment. Alertness, ambition. Yeah, I think of ambition with red. Aggression, so you have to be careful if you're meeting with a woman. You're a woman. That really wouldn't matter with a man, but women, it can cause aggression. Battle, beauty, brilliance, clarity, charm, circulation, compassion. It can mean courage. It can also mean danger. That red light, if you don't stop, you may have a wreck. Danger, desire, determination, devotion, domination. It can also mean emotion. It can also mean energy. Man, it can get you going up in the morning. Red. Excitement, extroversion, fashion. Favorite. There's no better fashion choice in this world to me than black and white and red. I think it's beautiful. A black dress, maybe with a little white in it, and maybe with a little red. It's just, to me, it's professionalism. Or maybe black with maybe white pearls and maybe like a little red shawl to go with it. Oh, it's class. Or maybe a red jacket. Total class right there. It can mean fire. It can mean friendship. It can mean hate. It can mean heat. High voltage intensity. It can mean life, love, luck, power. It can mean all these things in red. Let's talk about the color orange. Action, ambition. We talked about that earlier. Appetite. We mentioned that earlier too. Really, if you're on a diet, don't wear orange. Also assurance, celebration, change, charisma, communication, competence, coziness, creativity, determination. Can also mean disorder. Okay, be careful there. Domination, dryness. It can mean earth. It can mean emotion, encouragement, endurance. It can mean energy, enthusiasm, exaggeration. It can also mean excitement, expansion, fitness, along with hunger, fitness. It can also mean flavor, flexibility, friendship, fun, generosity, happiness, health, and heat. And what does yellow mean? We got some time. Let's talk about this for about a minute. Typical meanings and symbolisms of the color yellow. Activity, aspiration, alertness. Yeah, I think, anybody who's doing any advertising, anybody who is thinking about a color scheme for their business, they're going to put yellow in there somewhere. Confidence, energy, expansion, expression. That can also mean fear. Can mean forgiveness, friendship, happiness, ideas, intuition. It can mean joy. It can mean knowledge. It also can mean laughter. I like that. I really love the color yellow for laughter. So with that said, the website again is arttherapyblog.com. arttherapyblog.com. It can change your life. It can change your mood. It can change your world. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you so much for watching The Edge. My name is Donna, and I am your host. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And you can also find us on the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. You take care. I'll see you later with another show. If you have any ideas, send an idea to Donna@donnasedge.net.